It's always sunny in Philadelphia, said Seinfeld. Philadelphia is a place I would always enjoy to visit. But now that COVID is over, this beautiful place is a place where many people can enjoy the rich culture and history from. Things only in Philadelphia. The Rocky Statue. The Rocky Statue stands for the American dreams. I remember my own parents were motivated to come here, believing hard work can beat anything in America. The Rocky Statue was recently placed here in 2006 after the Rocky Balboa movie. The Liberty Bell. This bell stood for freedom, making many Americans to believe the first crack happened to show how oppressed Americans were at the time. After the Civil War, this bell still stood for freedom after many Americans still feeling oppressed. Independence Hall, the birthplace of America. Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution were both debated and signed in this building. Constructed in 1732, this building was also a place where George Washington was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army in 1775. Many celebrities and politicians come to see the amazing history and prices there is down at Italian Market 9th Street. Weaknesses of Philadelphia. Taxes, the worst thing that man has created. The Philadelphia tax is higher than most cities. For example, Philly's tax is 8%. Compared to New York, it is 4%. Then to Boston, it's 5%. And California's is 7. No beaches in Philadelphia. Now, that can turn off many people because many people wish cities like Miami or San Francisco. But there's a lot to offer in Philadelphia. Traffic in Philadelphia. Since Philadelphia is a city, it's obvious that the traffic would be annoying, but in Philadelphia, it's in another level. In Philly, drivers lost an average of 94 hours in 2020 to traffic congestion. By comparison, the national annual average of is 26 hours a year that drivers lost to traffic. Now, we're going to talk about opportunities in Philadelphia. Philly cheesesteaks. Philly cheesesteaks literally has the name Philly in them. They were made in the 1930s in Philadelphia. Supposedly, the only real cheesesteaks are from Philadelphia. There's only one way to find out. Franklin Institution. This is one of the oldest science education centers. It was founded in 1824 by a group of Philadelphians who admired Franklin's passion for useful science. The Franklin Institute was the first ever place heard of the Declaration of Independence. The members would also promote mechanic arts. The Metro. The Metro in Philadelphia is called SEPTA, which connects all over Philadelphia, and it is very cheap. One ride is $2.25. The Metro connects to all of Philadelphia, which makes it super easy to travel everywhere. Threats in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is one of the most dirtiest cities in America. The ozone smog is getting thicker by time and the air pollution is getting worse. In fact, Philadelphia was mentioned in one of the dirtiest cities in Forbes. Masks. They're still mandatory to wear, which might turn off some people for how disliked masks are, for how uncomfortable they are. There are places like Salt Lake that aren't required to wear a mask. Age to drink. It's common in the United States that you must be 21 to drink, but in other places like Germany, the age to drink is 16, which can really impact you to come to Philly if you are under the age of 21. If you're older than 21, it's not a threat. But everyone who's younger that wants to visit the cities, it might be a bit of a problem. Comparison to other cities. New York City compared to Philadelphia. Now, New York City is a beautiful place, but Philadelphia is cheaper than New York and has a lot more better history in sports than New York and more historical landmarks, but there is less activities to do compared to New York. Philadelphia compared to Baltimore. Philadelphia has more diversity than Baltimore and more activities to do, and was the second state to be founded in the United States, but it is more dirtier than Baltimore. Conclusion. This is Philadelphia, a beautiful city with a lot of opportunity and fun. Philadelphia has more to offer than even what I said. Not many cities can beat the rich history of Philadelphia. Thanks for watching, guys.